You know, okay, so little sidetrack here. I think I came up with a new name for our sergeant at arms. I think it's the Club Flasher. Here we go, Flash. Okay. Little bit about our past year. uh, in general, the club stayed in pretty good shape, I think. Our membership stayed pretty steady during the year. We picked up a couple and lost a couple of members. But overall, membership has stayed well. And we've had a lot of interesting guests and speakers and topics over the last year that I don't know about you, but I really enjoyed them. A lot of people have done good jobs bringing in speakers for our programs. A couple of things that we had in the fundraising last year, our chili supper and baseball mania. That's kind of well, the chili supper's been an annual thing for quite some time. The baseball mania for a couple of years. And I believe those are probably our two biggest fundraisers that we had. We had several club activities. Most of them are regular ones that we've always had. Our steak fry that we had last year was done well and put together well, and I think everybody that was there had a good time. I think that's the one that we had Thomas at, wasn't it? I had that mixed up between the steak fry and Christmas. We had some good entertainment that night too at the steak fry. We had really good participation this year at the Halloween parade, riding on the trolley. I remember the year before there was maybe a handful of people, and we had the trolley pretty full this year. Made it a lot easier to throw candy out the window to the kids, and or in some cases at them, maybe a couple of people. but there was, it was your son, did you say? Okay. Our annual Christmas party went well. Had a lot of fun there. A couple of us had a good time at Rotary Day at the ballpark, didn't we, Kevin?
Yes, we did.
Well, okay, half a day for Kevin. Kevin had another commitment, but that was good. Next year you should consider going to that when it comes around. And it does benefit the literacy programs for the district too. Is that just literacy? Yeah, just the literacy is all that those proceeds go to. We had our joint meeting, and our governor-elect and assistant governor showed up for our joint meeting with Alton and Wood River. And I don't know how many saw the little blip in the district newsletter about our 3-club joint meeting. About 4 or 5 people. Okay. Our East Alton Rotary Club made it into the district newsletter because of having that joint meeting and the assistant governor and governor-elect being there. They really enjoyed it too, and they thought it was a good thing for our clubs to get together like that. As far as community service, and I just lumped a whole bunch of things under community service here. There's different chair people that were involved in these programs. Our soapbox race of fun, and I'm kind of just trying to stay chronological through the Rotary year here. Soapbox race of fun, the help that we give them and the car that we sponsor, they appreciate. And if you come out to that, you have a good time. It doesn't matter whether you're standing at the crosswalk for your shift or if you're roaming around. I think everybody that's ever worked that's had a real good time, especially when you're chasing kids down the car or the hill after they crash into the cones or the hay bales, straw bales. Then we had our dictionary program, part of a literacy outreach, where we furnished all the 3rd grade students in the East Alton district with nice dictionaries. That went very well and was very well accepted, and was good public relations for the club. Some other community service things. This is probably more an individual basis, but the club the last couple of years has done very well, I think, with the, Chris, is it the Adopted Christmas Family? Is that what it's called? To provide gifts and needs for one family at Christmas time. That's a good thing that's done. Of course, we help with our bell ringing. We lift a few people's spirits with our poinsettia deliveries. Some donations to Operation Blessing that we always do around the Christmas time. Then we go back into well, I guess it's still winter in February. That's our 5th and 6th grade boys and girls basketball tournament. That's kind of a community service. It also kind of evolved into a little bit of a fundraiser. That's not the spirit of it. The spirit of it was to get boys and girls something to do, but it's turned out to serve a dual purpose. We did send 2 students to Ryla this year. Unfortunately, one of them got sick the night that she went up, and her mother had to pick her up the very next morning. Or did she go up that night? I think it was the very next morning, so she didn't get the benefit of the full experience. But the other young lady that got to stay the whole time just thought the Ryla experience was great. If you don't know what Ryla is, that's Rotary Youth Leadership. A what? Awards? Okay. Awards just didn't sound right, but that's okay. And they had a great time up there. Made new friends, learned some about Rotary, learned about Interact and some different things. We just finished our street sign project that the club did. If you haven't been through North Shamrock and Main Street yet, all the new street signs are there that our club provided. And if you looked at the screen, you even saw our club member Denny Weber with the shovel in his hand down. The shovel was in the hole. I don't know if it ever brought anything out of the hole, but the shovel was in the hole.
He was photographed with the shovel.
He was photographed with, yes. Yeah, I had him pose for that, okay?